something that you've created. I feel like there is happiness, there is victory, good things ahead. Like only good things from now on are ahead. Hello, Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing your reading, and I had an intuitive message before I started your reading today. They kept showing me basically a turning point, kind of like a Wheel of Fortune card. We'll see what actually comes up. And they were showing to me like you are in the biggest turning point of your life. So some of you could be like in a time period of change or some kind of shift. Like it's very, very important. And they say this is different from like what you've experienced so far. And again, I know we always do Scorpio readings, whether astrology, tarot, or whatever. We always talk about, Scorpio is the sign of transformation. I even joke all the time how I don't even want to use this word anymore, because like sometimes you're like, how much more can you be transforming? But this is different. This is not even so much as a transformation as it is a shift. It's almost like there is a completely different world. I don't know. And I think this has been a theme in some of your previous readings, kind of a little bit as well. So we'll take a look at this. We'll start with Oracle today. But before we get started, as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can always donate to the channel by either joining memberships or there's a thanks button. Also, all the information about this in the description box. And before we get started, actually, I have an announcement. So people have been asking me, we've been doing this for a few years now, to make a Scorpio webinar, Scorpio only webinar for 2023, where we will go over astrology, important points, have a discussion via Zoom, like with all the people who are joining. You guys will be able to ask me questions. We will also do tarot spread real time as well. I'll be able to answer your questions. So this is something that we are going to do. We are going to do this in December. I don't think we have like enough time, for November as well yet. So we're going to be doing this in December. If you want to join this webinar, there will be a replay after this as well. But if you want to join this webinar live, or you can ask me questions live, we'll go again over astrology for Scorpio. Any questions you have for Scorpio for 2023. We will go over also your tarot. I'll be doing tarot reading for all of you guys live. And, check out the information in the description box. It's now posted. So, check this out. It's going to be in the description box. So hope to see you guys there. It's Scorpio only intensive webinar. We've done this once before. It's like, it's a really, really intense, information packed, and tarot, also oracle packed webinar. Plus I'll be reading the energy for people joining. So let's take a look now that it's all out of the way. Private readings, personalized, also 2023 prediction description box as well. There is a spot for one private student to study one-on-one with me, tarot as well. And what else is there? What else is there? Oh yeah, and I think I still have availability for one question answer. It's like a short video, one question only. But that one I think almost sold out. But anyway, guys, let's take a look what's going on. My Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see. Okay, a lot of cards want to come out. Let me take all of them actually. 4. Oh, there's 5. Oh, 6. Let's see. All right, so very interesting. What I'm seeing here is that there is something about you where you almost like say goodbye to an old version of something. It could be saying goodbye to an old version of yourself. It could be saying goodbye to an old version of a particular person maybe you have in mind. It could be you just really, I feel like you're taking responsibility for something. It's almost like you no longer expect or wait for someone to do something. You no longer expect or wait for something to change outside of yourself, but there's something here with this responsibility energy where there is an awareness that I feel like you've recently had that has led or has potential to lead to a lot of freedom. And this is awareness maybe of some universal law, something spiritual. Could be maybe you had your astrology chart reading, maybe you started getting into like law of manifestation and different stuff like that, started studying some kind of occult, esoterics, things like this. There is something where you're very calm. I see you like as literally not even doing much. We have card of rest here, so some of you actually it's a sign maybe you need to get some rest. But I see this more in a way where it's like there is this energy where you rest, you are like not even bothered, I'm hearing, not even concerned about anything right now. There is this grace energy about you right now where you just like, you're very calm, you're not worried. Like I'm seeing whatever situation you're going through, and for some of you maybe it could be, again, it's general reading, so for some of you it could be even like difficult situation or some kind of confusing situation, but it's like I'm seeing a total shift of awareness, total shift of perspective where you feel so free. You're not overthinking, you're not confused, you are not scared, you are not bothered. Like I keep hearing you're not bothered. And this basically creates, maybe this is what we are seeing, right, with the complete energy shift. What this creates is these boundaries where I'm getting like, if let's say you are unsatisfied with certain version of a person, whether it's a boss, a friend, a loved one, a romantic partner, this version of them doesn't have any access to you anymore. They are changing, they are transforming to meet you where you are right now. And it could be just in general with people. There's certain type of people who will never have access to you ever again. And it doesn't mean that these people will never have access, like, because again, I don't know, maybe you have like a child or something like that who's been misbehaving and something. I just feel like that old version of them does not have an access to you. They are going, everyone around you, I feel like is going through a transformation. You're transforming, but it's you who is leading the way because you are really changing. There's something where you're tapping into your strength, purifying your aura, and like really reconnecting with divine. There is this divine protection as well. And I'm just getting like everyone around you is going to shift soon. Maybe you changed your thinking, maybe you changed your ideas, like about yourself, how you want to be seen. There is, for a lot of you who are in business or any kind of social media influencer, there's a complete rebranding going on, different, the way you position yourself, the way you act. Even if you're not like a social media influencer, even if you have like, let's just say a regular business, there is something where basically the people around you gonna see you and your product, the way you show up in a very different way. And if it's, let's say, about love and dating, it's the same story. And I feel like it comes very surprisingly, it comes so effortless, where it's like you're not even doing anything. All you need to do is like, here, yes, take responsibility, that it's like, I don't even care what anyone else is doing. I have my awareness of what I want, what I desire, and I'm just gonna rest here and let everything come to me. Like, of course, when I say rest, I mean, if you need to do some things about your business, about your work, put things in order, obviously, you know, common sense, we do that. But I'm getting like, you're not like I keep hearing, you're not bothered by anything anymore. You just know that you, like, maybe some of you started to work with some kind of crystal that's very special. Could be amethyst, could be some kind of, I feel like a crystal or some kind of amulet or some kind of tool you're working with right now is a very powerful one. So it could be something literally like maybe you are getting into sigils, or, you know, in Kabbalah we have 72 names of God meditation, or it could be just you or your own scripting, or some kind of crystal, or some kind of, I don't know, drum, like something you're working with. I feel like is very powerful, and it's helping things to transform. And also I see here right around new moon, the next new moon, when I'm recording this, the next new moon is going to be right around Thanksgiving, new moon of Sagittarius. You will see how everything just starts unfolding. And if you're watching this video later, you know, because I don't think it's going to be like time specific necessarily. If you're watching this video, let's say December or whatever the next new moon is from that point when you watch it. So this is wonderful. Let's see now what's going on. First row is going to be you. We have here Two of Pentacles. You're making a decision that involves matters of heart, I feel like. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, some Cancerian energy. You could have Cancer in your chart with the moon. Definitely emotions are running high. I'm seeing, not even high, but it's like you're really tapping into your emotions. And maybe this is where the switch comes, where you don't feel bothered anymore by something. We have 10 of Wands. For those of you who have been feeling drained, they literally say, let go, and you will feel so much easier, and everything will fall into place. We have the Empress. One more. Okay, and Hierophants. For some of you, for some of you, it's also a question related to matters of family, pregnancy, marriage, things like this. Now let's see who you're connecting with. Just move this. Don't even know how. The people who like real time make their readings look so symmetrical and like stuff, and I just hope everything is even in one line. Okay, it is. Let's see. Let's see your person. Okay, we have here, ooh, you and your person are both in the same energy of making decisions that involves heart. Yes, heart. I hear head over heart or heart over head. You might have been with someone who was choosing head over heart. Okay, and we have here Three of Pentacles with the Hermit. Let's see, bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. So you have a genuine, I feel like, love connection with someone with the Two of Cups here. You see the value, they see your value. It might have been a little bit unstable, but I feel like this is something that's going to get better. Somebody's about, I'm hearing, somebody's about to spill the beans. I don't know what it means, spill the beans, like maybe express feelings or something like that. And if it's not about expression of feelings, it could be just expressing how someone feels. And it's not even necessarily, by the way, 1111 as I'm saying this, it's not even necessarily about you, that, oh, I feel about you a certain way. It could be just about how this person feels in general, about everything, what's going on in their mind. Two of Swords to the Two of Pentacles. You are not sure what she wants, but I feel like you're letting go. Again, I feel like you're letting go of that energy where you're not sure what she wants, because I feel like maybe some of you kind of had a little bit of instability because you kind of yourself didn't really know 100% what it is you want. And I feel like as you are tapping into your emotions, tapping into your intuition, you understand that you're tired of fighting for something. And you know, it's a great realization, because honestly, you do not have to fight for anything. It's almost like it doesn't make any sense when, let's say, you know that, like, let's just say you know that you get paid on the 1st, and you know that you still have a contract, let's just say, with a company for another 2 years. Are you going to be going crazy? You know, let's say you get your deposit on the 1st, and are you going to be crazy, like, for the past 7 days, you know, wondering if you're going to get paid or not? Most likely, right, if you're working and the company is like normal, you know you're going to get paid, you know that it doesn't make sense to be checking your account constantly, you know, it's just on the 1st you're going to check your account, money is going to be there. So it's almost like for you, when it comes to this family, subject of this family, marriage, something like that, there needs to be a shift almost of like of your awareness that it is going to be there, and nothing can change that. You know that, and I feel like deep down you know it, but maybe there is a part of you that also, again, it could be different situations for all of you. For some of you, maybe it's already you're dealing with a specific person. For some of you, maybe you're manifesting just, you know, someone you want to be with in the long term, and you're wondering whether the right person is ever going to come. Different situations here, but I just feel like you need to take it as a fact that it will happen. And, you know, it's, our mind is a powerful thing. It's not about things that are too good to be true necessarily or not, but it's about just that knowing. Because I feel like, and it's been, I think, it's always very funny, because sometimes people who don't necessarily have that much power, for whatever reason they feel like they do, you know, sometimes like fortune favors the brave, but also they say fortune favors sometimes the stupid. Sometimes the more delusional you are, the greater results you can have. When you don't even know that you can fail, right, you get the results that you want. And even if you don't, you're like, oh, what happened? Let me try again, you know? If you think about it, right? Like a little child is born into this world. They have complete trust into their environment, and they don't have a choice. A baby is born and it doesn't do anything yet. It survives, right? It's being fed, whatever, you know, like put to bed, you know, like, you know, clothed and all of these things. But then the older we become, we really do lose our faith in the world and in the ability of things to work out for us, in the survival. And I'm just getting here, there's this important shift that happens where you understand how little do you know, but it's a good thing. It's almost like the moon card here reminds me, You know how, oh, by the way, I'm saying this and it's 11:11, yay. 11:11 on the clock. It's actually 12:11 right now as I'm recording this, but my clock is still on the before daylight savings time, so it's 11:11. But what I'm saying here is this. Listen, forget about, and this is gonna be a bit of a spiritual reading, but it's like, we've been doing readings every few days, so it's I really do hope it helps to someone. There is a concept in Kabbalah and all of that where we know really only 1%, like the physical world is only 1% and the 99% is the limitless world, right? But this is about physical and spiritual. Now forget about spiritual. Even in the world of physicality, I think it's proven by scientists that we only can see, I don't even remember what the number is, but it's basically something like 10%. We can only see like 10% of the matter or something like that. And don't quote me for exact number, but it's a real scientific fact. So forget even the spiritual. Physicality, we can only see so little. So maybe there is a part of you that is awakening to this understanding of how little you actually understand and see, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing if you believe it to be a good thing. So I feel like there is this shift that's happening in your consciousness where you're not fighting so much anymore. You're not trying to figure out and have all the answers, but you're okay with knowing that everything will work out for you and you will get what is it you desire. So there is this very powerful and important shift that I feel like that's happening. And as it's happening, you are completely changing your life for so much better. Like sometimes, again, even with zodiac signs, I feel like there are signs that just, they don't even care anymore. They just kind of don't care and things come easy to them and they just assume things come easy and they come easy to them. I think Scorpio as a sign, as like a collective energy, always goes into this is the most powerful sign that can actually manifest miracles. Forget for yourself, for the whole world, for people around you at the highest, at its highest potential. Scorpio tapped into this energy can be like an alchemist for the world. Forget your own even like desires, because this is so easy. And maybe this is what the consciousness needs to be, that like, oh my God, manifest amazing relationship easy, manifest this easy, like my job is much greater, maybe like I'm supposed to do even greater, far greater things. So maybe stepping into that type of thinking is actually what's gonna bring also bigger results, because what you're dealing with right now is very interesting. A person you're connecting with is deeply tied up to you. They feel energetically, especially if you're dealing with someone specific, that it's like it's you are the one. They can get you out of your head. If there's been, especially with the moon card, any kind of mystery, aloofness, they feel very, very like they feel lonely without you. If let's say you're long distance or you haven't seen each other for some time. So I'm also seeing somebody here is fighting addictions or fighting unhealthy behaviors. So if a person had any kind of unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy attachments, unhealthy addictions, it's very hard for them, but they are fighting it. And this is also partially for some of them, that's what's requiring them to be detached or to be in that energy where they're really standing still, because there's something they're fighting within, which I feel like they will be victorious over, because we have here the world. This is liberation from the chains, liberation from old cycle. And for you, what's required is only to take a chill pill while this is happening and trusting how everything is unfolding for you, regardless of, how and when and what. Everything's unfolding in the best outcome. And I feel like justice with a hermit, I don't know what is it, but lately I've been getting so many major arcana for the person Scorpio is connecting with. So something very powerful I feel like is happening in their life. And I feel like with the world, with the justice, there is really this balance. And with a hermit, it's a process where I feel like you might be connecting with somebody who is very, very spiritual. Actually, they might not always show it. They might not be, how sometimes we don't own our power. Like it happens to most of us. Like even me, I remember for like many years, I was like, no, I don't have intuitive abilities. No, I don't want to deal with any of this crap. Please, I want to be normal. And many people, honestly, usually, especially when they want to like fit in and be accepted in society, they deny their abilities. They don't want to, because you know why? Because exactly of the Hermit card as well. It feels lonely at the top when you, let's say, and again, it's also a limited perspective, because no, it doesn't have to be like that whatsoever, right? But for some people, it's a limiting perspective because they're like, well, how am I ever going to fit in? People are going to think I'm weird and strange, and I'm not going to be able to relate to people. And I feel like maybe you're connecting with someone like that who actually has very, very deep abilities, very strong abilities, even could be very spiritual, very altruistic, very, very good person. But like there is a part of them that feels disconnected maybe from others and feels lonely when they are in this energy because they feel like they cannot find anyone to relate to. And I feel like maybe, you know, for some people, especially more introverted ones, right? Like, for example, in my case, even though I was very scared that I'm not gonna fit in or whatever, people can think I'm weird, it was easier to accept because I'm more introverted. So I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't need, you know, all your energy anyway. So it's easier. But there are people who, let's say, are much more, you know, want to be with their peers, with their friendships, want to fit in the society, want to be accepted in society. For them, it could be harder. And, you know, we shouldn't judge that either because that's just their experience. But I feel like with the Hermit card, there's something happening here where they realize that they can rise above this energy. And maybe you know, you Scorpios watching this, you are showing them the way. You're showing them that they don't have to constantly push their energy down and try to fit in while throwing away so much of their light and their potential. So again, it could be about their spiritual abilities, but it could also be just this person maybe is intelligent more than average. So many different things about them here could be like, but it's almost like they don't want to stand out too much. They want to be just the regular person. They just want to be normal, you know. But I feel like you are showing them because you are the Hierophant, and Hierophant, in this case, I'm interpreting it as someone who, you know, knows the divine laws, knows whatever, you know, has spiritual abilities, but they also like a leader, right? Because ultimately Hierophant here is teaching these two monks, right? We have one here with lilies and another one with roses. So there is a whole meaning about this too. So maybe you're showing them how this is actually something, because it's interesting. You have all these crowns. You have the Queen of Cups, you have Empress, and you have Hierophant. All of them have different crowns here, symbolizing different things. And they do have like one crown with Justice too. It's almost like this person is very concerned for everything to be fair, to the degree where it becomes unfair to them. They cheat themselves and sometimes even close people to them out of good opportunities because they're so scared to do something that's unfair or something that's bad. So it could be very, you know, what do you call this? People who are very concerned about like well-being of everyone else, very altruistic. But I feel like what they don't realize here is that by throwing away their abilities, their intelligence, their spiritual, maybe even potential, they're hurting more people than what they would have, who they would have helped. So very specific reading today, but I feel like, you know, because it's showing who you're connecting with. We are never connecting with energies. Energies never show up in our energy just for no reason. I think there is an aspect of you which is reflected in them too. So maybe in some way you could be seeing yourself in this energy too. Okay, so let's see a little more, see how it connects. We have here expectation. So yeah, there is an expectation. Both people have an expectation here of making decision. Also manage your expectations. We have courthouse. One or both of you could be dealing with some kind of legal situation. I see two. There's something serious. Okay, we have here official person. Somebody could be an official person in the military, in law somehow. There's also an element here of distant horizons and travel, whether it is long distance travel or whether it's just some kind of travel, and also a decision where to anchor yourself. We also have here despair. I'm hearing somebody feels like they are not good enough. We also have here message of concern and privileged lady. Yeah, because they might be seeing you, Scorpio, as a privileged person, and they're just very concerned that there is a concern. I feel like there's a concern that they won't be measuring up to your expectations or some kind of stuff like that. But again, it's something that I feel like main male, it's something that can really change, because actually this person has access, I feel like, to either resources or to something that they have not tapped to. And I feel like this whole situation can really change. Now, an important part here with expectation, manage your expectations. Try to stop expecting the worst. Try to, what we've been talking about at the very beginning of this reading, try to really change the way you direct energy, the way you direct things, because you have so much power. I feel like in the way how things unfold here. The question is why don't you believe that you have this power? Why is it easier to believe that things just happen to you and everything's going to be screwed up, rather than you can transform things? And this is not about desperate energy or hopeful energy. No, this is knowing that you can transform things. You can create different destiny for yourself. You can, and it's not about also doing all the work or whatever. No, it's about you being in control of your own reality. Don't worry so much about this person and changing them and whatever. Be focused, I feel like, on yourself, but not in a way of like you're letting go or anything. Be focused on your own mind. I feel like with just your own mind, you can create miracles, but for whatever reason, it's like I'm not sure why. Let me just actually, before we go to the study, let me quickly ask, why are you now 100% tapped into that? For those of you who resonate, of course. Yeah. The loving man, happy success, family, friends, and guys. I think that you are actually changing in that way. You are tapping into that, maybe even because of this situation, this person, because I see somebody here very loving, and somebody who coming out of also despair, depression, anything like that, and really becoming the best version of them. So maybe you already shifted actually your mind, because you are being this guide almost like for a lot of people who are in despair now, and your light shines very powerfully, I'm hearing, in the darkness. So maybe you're going through a situation where a lot of people around you are in some kind of despair. I mean, literally could be just our time right now with economy and like where the world is, everyone is in despair, but you have this, again, Scorpios have this ability to shine in the darkness and be optimistic and be proactive when many people are just reactive and coping. That's one of the gifts of the Scorpio, that in intense pain, you can go through intense transformation and see the light and show the light to others. So maybe something along those lines. And it's important for you to understand how much of a gift and power this is, I'm seeing, because I see you actually already started transforming situation. Maybe again, in the past, you've been scared of that side of you, maybe for the same exact reason, by the way, that this person that we are seeing here with the hermit is scared of their spiritual potential and power. They feel like it's too isolating. They feel like people will not relate. So maybe what I said before about you mirroring them exists within you too, but it's just for you, I feel like has to do with expecting the best things to happen, creating only best circumstances for yourself, and really being obnoxiously positive. It's not about toxic positive, but being so confident in your ability to manifest things, being a miracle maker, being co-creator of your destiny, creator of your own reality, that I feel like you have not you maybe had hesitation to tap into that fully. Anyway, this is very interesting. Let's take this to the extended. Let's clarify this everything further. We have here beautiful cards that's showing up: the loving man, happy success, friends, family, guides. Let's clarify every card here with your soulmate and what's going on. Take 3 cards to clarify each card. And we have Ace of Cups, by the way, bottom of the deck. Restrictions, heartbreaks are lifted, I feel like. But let's see how all of this unfolds. And also, let's just see what is your person's message to you. Let's use this. What's your person's message to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what are you currently manifesting with them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, link to the extended is going to be down below. We have also message communication coming in. Somebody, yeah, like there is somebody who's very, very, very obsessively thinking about you. So thank you so much, guys. Link to the same is going to be down below. Don't forget to check out 2023 personalized Scorpio webinar. All the information, 2023 private reading, one question reading, video reading, and all of that in the description box. Give this video a big thumbs up. Talk soon. Bye.